My next guest is all set to main event UFC Paris, and he still is. But now he is the backup, and potentially has the backup spots of all backup spots. UFC 319 and the DDP Khamzat Chimaev fight. Caio Borralho. Things just keep getting better, my friend. Welcome to the program.
Yeah. Thank you for that, bro. And I was like 1 year no fighting. Now I have two fights to make, maybe.
Well, the thing is, right, and let's get right into it. This backup spot is the best backup spot you could potentially get because all respect to Khamzat, some people think I don't like him. I think he's a great fighter, but he has had issues in the past making it to his fights. How does it feel to be in a backup spot where there is a real potential you might be fighting DDP on August 16th?
Yeah, like it could be with anyone, like being backup of any fight, any title fight, even any two competitors, would be very nice to be, because it shows that UFC are counting on you to maybe save the show or counting on you as the number one contender, So I'm definitely very happy with this position that I am right now, even with all the risks that I need to make weight twice and all that. And but yeah, I heard that Hamza is doing very good. He's doing very okay. He's training camp. He's healthy and all that. I don't know how is his weight. How much is he walking around? I didn't heard anything about Dricos too, but the UFC didn't tell me anything. They just asked me to be the backup, and I said yes. And very happy with this position right now.
Of course, Imavov, this was the whole thing, right? Imavov was supposed to be the backup. That was the big news before. How does it feel to not only be the backup, but you've taken Imavov's backup spot, right? This is the whole thing Imavov was talking about. It. He was the backup. Now you're the backup.
Yeah.
That's gotta be extra sweet.
Yeah, he never been the backup actually. There was never a conversation about it with the UFC because the UFC know he's a hard guy to deal with. He's a very spoiled guy. He wants all the conditions good for him. We were supposed to fight in Vegas on International Fight Week in June 17. I said yes right away when UFC called me, and he said no, that he wanted to be backup and he wanted the conditions of that he wanted, the day that he wanted and all that. And then they finally got this fight in the conditions that he wanted, like in France, in his hometown, in September, the day that he wanted to have some time to prepare and all that shit. So the UFC knows that he might be a hard guy to deal with, and I'm easier to deal with, and everything the UFC came to me and asked me to do, I said yes right away. I don't mind the risk. I don't mind anything. I just want to go for the belt. And if it's doing the backup and somebody falls out, I'll go for the belt. That's my dream since I got into the UFC. If I need to fight with Imavov in Paris and go through him and actually get the position that I am right now. I'm the number one contender, but then it'll be undeniable that I'm the number one contender. It's okay, I can go this way too. So I think the real champion is always willing to take risks, and that's what I'm doing right now.
With the weight cut, how hard is that? Because you got to cut weight twice. How much will that impact you in September?
Yeah, that'll be actually easier than I thought, because I'm very light right now. I'm 200 pounds to 201. I woke up to 201 with 201, and like I'm less than I am in fight weight. I usually come in fight weight with 205 on Monday, so I'm less than in fight weight. So it would be this is a strategy that me and my nutritionist we come up with because. As we need to make weight twice, maybe. So I needed to be a little bit lighter and then don't suffer that much to cut that weight, so it'll be easier than I thought.
Paulo Costa, what's your reaction to him coming to UFC 319? Paulo Costa said he was going to be the backup, or he was thinking about it. What's your reaction to him saying he wants to be there, he wants to fight Khamzat next? Break it down for me.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight for him to fight Hamza. If Hamza loses, I think it's a great fight that even myself, I want to see this fight, him and Hamza, because there's a lot of back and forth between those guys. And I think it will be a very, very fun press conference and everything. But be the backup, like, doesn't even make sense, you know? The guy is coming from 4 losses in 6 fights. You know, he didn't want to fight in like 3 years, and he did a great, great performance in a Grand Kopilov. That's the Paulo Costa that we always wanted to see coming back and fighting that way. You know, so but being the backup is just delusional.
Hey guys, just before I continue in the interview, I just want to talk to you about my friends at MANSCAPED, who have the new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra in the White Hot Special Edition colorway, available now across UK, Europe, Australia, and of course America. It's the same trimmer trusted by millions of men's bowls now with clean white and gold finish that's just as smooth as it shaves. Join over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and use code word submission for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Its skin-safe technology is amazing to make sure you groom with more confidence and fewer mishaps. And of course, you can use it in the shower, and that white and gold design actually looks amazing. Don't forget to use the code word submission for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. That's 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Stay cool, stay smooth, and leave the burns to the sun. And enjoy Manscaped right now. And just quickly before we go back to the interview, if you guys haven't had a chance yet, please hit the join now button on the membership. Help support the channel. You get exclusive emojis, early access to interviews, shout outs during live shows, and so much more. Jump on right now, hit the join now button, and now back to the interview.
So, Caio, rumors around the internet, people are wondering, you know, if Khamzat goes out here, loses or wins, could this be his last fight? I know you mentioned, you know, you heard something in the bleeding into this. Do you think this could be true? You think this could be the last time we see Khamzat fight UFC 319?
I think it can be last time for sure, because if he becomes a champion, he'll be the first Chechen champion of the UFC, and that's what his people want, you know. So there's too much pressure on him and all that with the I think Kadyrov over there and all this, and you know, maybe only Hamza knows that, you know, like he has a lot of money already. He's making a lot of money on this fight, and if he becomes champion, like what else, you know? Only maybe come up on a 205 and do a bigger fight with the champion or something like that. But I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah. You guys used to text each other back and forth. Have you guys texted back and forth when you became officially the backup? Has he said anything?
No, actually, no. Actually, no. We never spoke about it. Actually, after the almost possibility that we fight, that everybody was doing like a month ago or 2 months ago, something like that. After that, we never talked to each other again. And I don't know if it's a bad blood of his part or not, but I don't think so. My part, it's all good. If I see him in Chicago, I'll go there, I'm gonna hug him and wish him good luck. And that's it.
Dude, the other thing is you're in a great position, obviously, because you and Imavov fighting in September. If this doesn't work out, UFC 319, that's going to be the #1 contender fight for the title shot. But what did you think of the big fight that just happened this past weekend between Robert Whittaker and Renier de Ridder? It was a close fight, right? It was a lot closer than many people thought it was going to be.
Yeah. That was a very, very close fight. That was definitely a close fight. And but I think Whittaker didn't do enough to win this fight. You know, I think Reddy, he won. He actually won the fight, even if it was close. And but I don't think this is a fight that makes him like the backup or in a position to be coming for the belt or even the loser of Dricus and Chimaev. You know, I don't think there's a lot of at least 3 other guys that is in front of him on the division. You know, there's Anthony Hernandez, there's me, there's Brandon Allen with 12 wins in the middleweight. There's Imavov. There's a lot of other guys in front of him, you know. He just won Bo Nico, then he won Whittaker. But to be honest, Whittaker wasn't even there, you know. Like, I felt that Whittaker is kind of in his last fights, you know. And, like, he wasn't there in the moment he wasn't present. He was too pressure. You could see his face and all that. So it's not like you're winning from the Whittaker that we know. You know, you're winning from the Whittaker that we never saw before. You know, so it doesn't put you in the position to go for title or anything like that. I think he needs at least like 2 more fights. And don't get me wrong, the guy is doing great work. He's finishing his fights. He's very good on the ground, but I don't think he passed through some prime guys in the UFC on the top 10. You know what I mean?
There was a moment in the fight I want to get your thoughts on where Robert Whittaker knocked down RdR, and he was trying to finish RdR, and RdR was grabbing his gloves in the moment. I saw Ariel Helwani sort of spoke about it briefly today, but what's your opinion on that? Like in those situations, do you think a point needs to be taken?
For sure.
Do you think it should have been handled differently?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure that a point should be taken. 100% sure. And the reason that Whittaker didn't finish that fight is because he was tired already. In the second round, he was already tired, you know. He was already looking to the clock and all this shit. So, yeah, the ref should definitely take a point if the guy was grabbing the gloves, you know, because you cannot do it. Even more when you're getting knocked out, you're gonna grab the gloves. You actually should lose the fucking fight because of that, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy one. Hey, so if UFC 319, we've spoken about what a fight between you and Khamzat would look like, but if Khamzat can't make the fight and it is you and Dricus du Plessis, just quickly before we wrap up, what does a fight look like between you and DDP in your opinion?
I think it would be a massive fight. Massive fight on his part. On my part, a lot of distance control, controlling the octagon, a lot of light shots, because I think a lot of guys try to hit him so hard and then they get tired. Dricus get tired too, but then Dricus knows how to work when he gets tired. You know what I mean? So, and I think it can be a fight that I can catch him and fight at opening anytime, but it can be a 5-round war too, you know. So I definitely want to compete against a guy like this. I've been calling him out for so long. I think I called him out 3 times already. So let's see what the future holds, what God wants, you know. Now, just focusing what's in my control, and then is to prepare myself, stay healthy, stay in shape, in a good condition, and if the opportunity comes to solve this problem, I'm the fighting nerd. I'm the best to solve problems, so I'll just solve it, you know.
Well, dude, I'm so happy for you. It's taken you a year to get a fight. Now you get the backup spot, UFC 319, and you get to be the main event, UFC Paris, if that doesn't work out. It's well-deserved. I know how many events you've been to with your teammates and how long you've waited to get back in there. So congratulations. We're all excited for you. There he is, Caio Borralho, the Fighting Nerds, of course, and UFC Paris. But before that, UFC 319. I appreciate you, my friends.
Yeah, I see you guys. Thank you so much, bro. God bless you.